Joining me now from Seattle, Washington, Alan Gottlieb. He's the founder of gun rights group, the Second Amendment Foundation. And from New York, Eric Boehlert. He's a senior fellow at media watchdog group, Media Matters for America. Thanks to both of you gentlemen for being with us. Alan, what makes you believe that President Obama is coming for your guns?
Well, first of all, you have to look at his record. Back from when it started, when he was a state senator in Illinois, where he supported banning handguns, all the way through his campaign when he talked about how gun owners cling to their guns in a derogatory way.
So that's all you got is the record, the past? I mean, that's where you're going to start your argument in that?
Well, that's where I'm going to start my argument, because obviously historical records mean something. Also, as a U.S. Senator, he supported every gun control measure that was before him. And in addition to that, you've got Eric Holder's Attorney General, who just the other day said they're not going to let the Second Amendment stand in the way of any gun control that they want to put forth.
Well, hold on. I'm going to read to you now the message from the Attorney General. This is Eric Holder's confirmation hearing. His confirmation hearing. I'm taking you back to January.
Yesterday.
I'm talking back to January 15th, and I want you to hear this first. You ready? Here's what he told Senator Tom Coburn. This administration has no intention of doing anything that would affect a state's regulation of firearms. Who can carry a firearm? There is nothing that we have discussed, nothing that is in planning, nothing that I can imagine that we're going to be doing in that regard. Those are the man's words.
Okay, but if you notice, he referenced state regulation. He didn't say federal laws. He didn't say new federal laws. Yesterday, he came out and said that the Second Amendment wouldn't stand in their way from passing gun control measures. And when the D.C. gun ban was being argued at the Supreme Court, he filed a brief on his own saying the Second Amendment didn't give anybody an individual right to even own a gun.
So you're convinced this is going to happen. Eric, help us out.
Well, I think people on the right and the single-issue passionate people are desperate to find some sort of opening so they can push this narrative. I mean, Glenn Beck yesterday on his radio show said Barack Obama will take away your gun anyway, one way or another. He's going to take away your gun. This message has been on Fox News for weeks and months, and it's not just the gun control issue. They are painting, as you mentioned, sort of this doomsday scenario, almost mainstreaming this militia idea of tyranny and, totalitarian state in America.
Alan, what do you think of that?
It's incredibly irresponsible to be doing.
Alan, what do you think of that? Because, just about any independent person who looks at some of this coverage that we've been seeing, not just on Fox News, but on other places as well, it seems alarmist. It almost seems like, let me leave it at that.
I think the alarming thing is not that there's a doomsday scenario, but there's no doubt that nobody can argue that the government isn't growing at alarming rates, at record levels of spending, record levels of control.
It grew during the Bush administration. Where were your concerns then?
I had concerns then, too, but they're not growing at the alarming rate that they are right now. Government regulations, controls, everything on individuals in this country is significantly going in the direction of more and more government. Nobody can deny that. And, of course, that goes right at the argument of more and more gun control as well when government wants to regulate people.
Eric?
Well, saying government is growing in size is a lot different than saying they're going to come knock on your door and take your guns, that the democracy in America is on the wane and that we're going to turn into a socialist or Marxist or fascist, depending on what week it is with Glenn Beck. That's quite a leap. And, again, it's incredibly irresponsible. We've never seen, a television news outfit sort of exploit these kind of fears before, and they're doing it on a daily basis. And again, they're basically mainstreaming this militia movement and this militia rhetoric. It's wildly irresponsible.
I like how you're using the word militia. I mean, you're trying to label everybody as militia as being, evil, crazy people out there. There are 90 million gun owners in America, and they're not members of militias. The bottom line is the Pew Research Center just did a survey that shows that Barack Obama is the most polarizing president we've had in four decades.
But hold on, Alan,
the reason why people are buying guns is because he's polarizing them.
Alan, how can he not be polarizing when people are saying those messages that we have been talking about? If I was to get on the air and start saying horrible things about anyone day in and day out and scaring the bejesus out of you and telling you that the world is going to end as a result of this particular politician, maybe whether he's on the right or on the left or in the middle, don't you think he would be polarizing?
Well, I think maybe the media did that to George Bush. One can make a very good argument what you're saying is true. But maybe it wasn't Fox News. Maybe it was CNN and MSNBC.
All right, we'll leave it at that. I suppose that's fair, and I thank you, sir, for taking time to talk to us. Alan, my thanks to you. And